Hello and welcome to Soda Review Channel, where today we'll be reviewing this Dr. Pepper and cream soda. I have had this before. I remember not liking it, but it's been a really long time. So I don't remember what it's like at all. I will say from here at least it looks like a normal Dr. Pepper, which I quite enjoy. But obviously it is not a normal Dr. Pepper, it's a Dr. Pepper and cream soda. So, yeah, let's give it a pour and see what we're. That's really see. I don't know why that was on there so tight. Well, at least it was sealed. All right. It still pretty much just looks like a normal Dr. Pepper. The pour is maybe a little smoother. I could very well be imagining that. Also, I think when we did Dr. Pepper, we did it out of a can. No, we did not. We did it out of a bottle. I imagine this is chemically probably very similar to a regular Dr. Pepper. Probably just has some extra flavoring in it. I did have one earlier today, so I do have a good point of comparison, although the review for it was a while ago. But that's fine, I had one recently. And yeah, it kind of smells like you mixed together a Dr. Pepper and a cream soda. Notably, A&W, I believe, is the root beer company that is owned by the same company as Dr. Pepper. And so I expect if this does taste like, not root beer, cream soda, but everything else I just said is valid. And so I expect if this does taste like a cream soda, it will taste like an A&W cream soda, which I also quite like. And it does kind of smell like you mix those two things together, Dr. Pepper and A&W cream soda. It's late, sue me. So I do get a fair bit of that A&W cream soda flavor with a little bit more in there. And I think that little bit more is kind of fruity. I think, is there anything in here that would make me think that? No. This does have caffeine in it, which makes sense because Dr. Pepper has caffeine in it, but A&W cream soda does not have caffeine in it. But of course, if you mix them together, then the result would have caffeine in it. But it could be relevant. It does taste a lot like an A&W cream soda. But not exactly. It is a little bit stronger flavor, I would say, and it's not as smooth. An A&W cream soda goes down very smooth, very easy to drink. And this is not difficult to get down, but it does have an element of harshness that the cream soda does not, and it's probably the Dr. Pepper. Well, it's definitely the Dr. Pepper because, allegedly at least, that's the only other thing in here. Dr. Pepper is a fairly bitey drink, so it makes sense that it would have that sharpness to it. But it doesn't. I don't think it complements the smoothness of the cream soda very well. I think we have a, if not exactly a flavor clash, then perhaps more of a texture clash. I do think it's flavor though. This is not awful. But it's not great either. The smoothness of the cream soda I like, and the bite of the Dr. Pepper I like. But in the same drink, I just don't know that they go together very well. And the flavor is, I don't think the flavor goes together very well either. I am curious how carbonated this is compared to a regular Dr. Pepper and compared to an A&W cream soda. Because I think the cream soda is probably less carbonated than the Dr. Pepper. I'm almost certain of that actually. But I'm not sure if this is as carbonated as the regular Dr. Pepper or if they reduced it because of the cream soda element. And the reason I say that is because some of the flavor notes I'm getting here kind of remind me of a Dr. Pepper that's started to go flat a bit, even though I've just opened this and it very clearly was not flat. Pressurized even. It's not. Now that there's less of it in here, it still has that very similar color to a regular Dr. Pepper. If this is just a mixture of the Dr. Pepper formula and the A&W cream soda formula, I believe it has more Dr. Pepper than cream soda in it. Because A&W's cream soda is very light in color, and this is very dark, as you would expect of Dr. Pepper. And I think if they had mixed them half and half, what we would have here would be a much lighter color. And so I do think my original assumption was probably a little bit closer. That this is mostly Dr. Pepper with some different flavor in it. But I also think they may have put less CO2 in it when they carbonated it. I'm not certain, but I feel like that may be the case. I don't have any way to test that, unfortunately, because it just lists carbonated water as the first ingredient. It doesn't say how carbonated, and that's pretty normal. I don't think anything else does either. At least nothing I can remember seeing. Kind of smells. Yeah, it smells and tastes a lot like you mix together an A&W brand cream soda and some Dr. Pepper that maybe was a little flat. Flat Dr. Pepper is not very good. It does seem like they used more of the coloration of the Dr. Pepper though, because even with this small amount in here, it's still very dark. They may have just used the dye from a Dr. Pepper. They may have I just realized something. Dr. Pepper is dyed with caramel color. And unless I'm mistaken, A&W's cream soda also is. So they may be using less in here than they would be using in normal Dr. Pepper, but it wouldn't change the profile of the color because it's the same substance. They obviously use much less in the cream soda. But this, I would say, is much closer to the amount they would put in a normal Dr. Pepper than it is to the amount that they would put in a cream soda. I remember this being kind of disgusting before, I think, but I didn't remember what it was like at all. And on drinking it again, as sometimes happens, I do not think it is as bad as I remembered it. That said, I don't think I'll be having this again anytime soon. And I don't think I will be sad about that. It's, I wouldn't say it's just awful or anything, but it is not to my tastes. I'm debating on a score here because my instinct is to be lenient and give it an okay. But then I think about some of the other things that I have given an okay to. Like Sprite, regular Sprite. And that's much better than this is. So I do think the score that I'm going to give it, and the score that makes the most sense, for Dr. Pepper and cream soda is a bad.